to Movie World, where we review movies, shows, and everything that we love. Today, we are going to review Hocus Pocus. It is a classic Halloween movie, and we're going to review it today. There are no spoilers in this movie review, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the movie review. So, here's a brief summary of the movie Hocus Pocus. So Hocus Pocus was released back in 1993 and it is a classic Halloween movie. From what I heard, they wanted to make a movie that wasn't scary. And there were a lot of Halloween movies out there, but not too many movies that aren't scary. So Hocus Pocus was made. So this movie is about a character Max and his sister Danny and a friend Allison that go into this abandoned building and they release the witches because of a black flame candle. And the three witches that they release are the famous Sanderson sisters. So these three witches go through all these adventures and events throughout the movie to try to stay alive past Halloween. So Max, his sister, and friend do their best to try to outsmart the witches, outrun the witches, and outlast the witches in Hocus Pocus. Okay, so that's a brief summary. Let's get into the pros and cons of this movie. The pros of this movie, I absolutely love this movie. It is one of the movies that I watch every Halloween. So Bette Midler, Kathy, and Sarah Jessica Parker, who play the witches in this movie, have great chemistry. They are so believable as witches and lovable at the same time. And the music in this movie is epic. There is the classic Halloween song, I Put a Spell on You, and there are just so many magical moments with these three witches, and the chemistry is amazing and it really comes across on the screen. The sister named Danny in this movie does a great job in this movie. You really fall in love with her character, and she's like a kid that's like wise beyond her years. She has some fun and witty comments in this movie that you're gonna really enjoy. Casting in this movie is great. There are so many classic lines and quotes in this movie, like "amuck, amuck, 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 amuck," and there's another line like "come, we fly." The writing in this movie is incredible. It is hard to make a movie that can stand the test of time almost 30 years later. And it is unbelievable that 30 years, almost 30 years later, this movie is still relatable. There's the talking cat, the costumes in this movie are amazing. It's just the imagination that this movie has is just great. The movie is part of the 90s creative movie magic. It is such a great movie and I really enjoy it. And like I said again, I watch it every Halloween. The cons of this movie, I really don't have too many cons of this movie. The only one that I've ever really heard is that there's some adult topics in this movie and that it should probably be rated PG-13 because some of the adult topics, but it's done in a playful and Halloween spirit way that you really wouldn't catch it unless you're looking out for it, and the people who've seen the movie would know the adult topics that I'm talking about. But again, this is a fun, not so scary Halloween movie that you can enjoy. Okay, so I rate this movie a 10 out of 10. I give it 100%. It is a classic Halloween movie. It is one of those movies that just stands the test of time. This is the type of movie that you can pass down from generation to generation. Your children, your grandchildren, your grandmother. It's a family-friendly movie that just it was written back in the 90s, but when you watch it, it just still feels relevant. The jokes still hit, and it's still in my book. That is the type of movie that is just a classic. All right, I definitely rate this movie a 10 out of 10. This movie is movie world approved. and you should definitely watch it. I hope you enjoyed this movie review. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Please leave a comment below. Did you like Hocus Pocus? Did you not like the movie? Do you watch it every Halloween? Let me know your thoughts below. So the next review that we're going to do is Hocus Pocus 2, so stay tuned for that. Have a movie magic day and take care.